found this scrolling on social media. Let me know what y'all think about this.
You have the women who want to put the daddy on child support and then still want him to show up. Now, granted, every man should show up. And I hate when people say, oh, it made me mad. I hate when people say, well, you should fight for your kids. No, you should not. The mother should be smart enough to know that our emotions cannot raise a child alone. So your sons have no skills. Your daughters are promiscuous because you want to keep the daddy out the house. And it's a lot of times, especially when the courts get involved, are for money. And I did a video saying this. Most of the court order is, the very common court order is, the dad can see his kid every other weekend. I believe that turned out to 4 days a month. Mm-hmm. What you want that man to teach those children in 4 days a month is beyond me. And then he has to battle between, I'm going to be the fun parent or I'm going to be on my kid's ass. And now the kids don't want to go to dad because he's trying to teach them values that the mama not teaching them because she either not there or she don't have no emotional intelligence. Because if you was a smart woman, you would want the father involved so you can have a well-rounded children. Now, I have seen some phenomenal mothers raise some great kids.
That's
but
right.
Let's talk about statistics. Yeah. And the children that are in jail are usually because they're with the mom.
Come on now.
And we're angry and we're frustrated and we're tired and we're working all day, but we want to raise the kid by ourselves so we can keep getting housing and child support, or so I can make him mad or be mad at him because he got another girl or the girl look better. The system is so broken, and it's not. People are like, oh, let me just be an independent woman. But I'm like, you guys don't understand. This is a systemic issue. I don't care what nobody say. They do not want black men in the house. They don't want black families because we are strong. If you look at everybody who is united and successful, them people stick together. We're not sticking together, and we're the strongest out of the group.
Let me know what y'all think about this down in the comment section.
What's happening? Should fathers fight for their kids? So shout out to them for this topic. I had other videos where I've seen other videos where these guys who are stepdads or boyfriends like getting in the way, like fighting a father for his own kid. Like, people remember the story of the guy that shot the dad on a pickup, and there was another one when the guy pulled a gun out on him when he's picking up his kid. It was crazy. But this concept of, men should fight for their kids. It's like, I'm glad she was talking about that, because really, if you fight in the court, you fight in the court. And the court is like, who's making more money, which is usually the man. And for two, if she's making more money, we're not going to charge her at the same rates we'll charge you. So in the court, sometimes you're just fighting for the least, the least amount of child support you could pay, but to reducing it to less than what they're trying to do to you. So that's one thing. When it comes to fighting for real, if you really fight, then it's gonna be he's, I'm scared of him. Protect, what is it? Order of protection. Now you need to go to counseling and you need to go anger management, and it's like, okay, right. And people like to say stuff like, the people that are really crazy, the girls don't mess with them. And to a degree, that's a true statement, but usually those dudes are dead broke. That's why, because they ain't got nothing to lose financially, and they ain't got nothing to lose if they go to jail. They ain't got nothing to lose either way. So that's why they don't mess with them per se. Now, she was talking about it. Here's the thing. When a father's in a position where he has to fight for his kid, fight to see his kid, fight in court to be around his kid, here's the thing. At that point, we already know, okay, I know what it is. This is like I've said before, this is the only power you've ever had in your life, and you're going to abuse it. Cool. Now, this is where this stuff goes left, as she was talking about. You want these, you want the kid all the time, and then then you're mad because you got the kid all the time. It's like that's what you wanted though. Because a lot of times what happens is they want the money. They don't just want child support. They it's not just the money. It's the power of I have control over the kids and they can come and go as I please. I could tell them they can see you. I could tell them they can't see you. I could tell them that they should hate you. I could tell them that they shouldn't hate you. You know what I'm saying? It's that too. So once you get to that part and you stop playing that game with folks, it's gonna get ugly. Because what happens is this: the kids grow up, man, and a lot of and I'm gonna say this: a lot of you mothers have wasted your life being a bitter baby mama. And what you're mad about is he got time to go out. You don't forget this is the way you want it scheduled. He got every other weekend, so he out every other weekend. And you can't go out. That's not his problem. You know, when y'all and when y'all out buying paying for your nails and your hair to get done with money that's supposed to be going for your kid, you're not complaining. When y'all are using this money as a car note, you're not complaining. You get what I'm saying? And as she talked about in the beginning, where you still, you still want you want the guy to fight for the kid and put him on child support, and then still want him to do extra stuff. And generally, how it goes is in the beginning, the guys do the child support, they do the custody agreement, and they do the extra stuff. And then after a while, it gets old. It's like, nah, you know what? I'm gonna just follow this paper. Forget it. Don't even worry about it. And then when guys accept it the way it is on in the quote unquote court paperwork and documentation, then it's like, oh, well, hold up, we should do something different. It's like, man, shut up. We should do something different when you feel like we should do something different. And then if we do something different, you're gonna do something else. So because guys have been down that road before. Because sometimes the biggest fight really is with consistency. You're not just fight. You quote unquote got to fight for your child, but you got to fight for consistency. Because she, like she said, oh, he got a new girlfriend. Let's throw out everything we've been doing. You know, you look like you actually look like you living good now. Let's throw out everything you've been doing. You seem to be happy. Let's throw out everything you've been doing. You and the kids seem to be getting along. Let's throw out everything we've been doing. So you got to fight that. And at the end of the day, what winds up happening is guys don't necessarily give up. They just go, I'm done with your shenanigans. Because as I said earlier, the kids grow up. And what winds up happening is the kids grow up and they realize I wasted my childhood being mad at this person, being mad at my dad because of you, but you've been on bullshit my whole life. And now I'm figuring it out. Because a lot of the mothers in these situations, you have all this fake ass love for your kid and fake ass loving relationship with your kid when they're children, maybe up to maybe teenage years. Teenage years to adult years, they out. Because if dad's solid, they're like, I'd rather talk to you. I'd rather fool with you. I'd rather be around. I'm not doing this with you. And that's when you get that, oh, I'm so sorry. I've grown and I've changed and times were so hard and I didn't know I was doing the things I was doing. And they not buying that either. Still like, no, because a lot of the stuff that was done was premeditated. So when fathers stop fighting and go, okay, let's just have it the way it is, that's usually when mothers lose their shit. Because it's like they want to fight, they want to argue. And some of y'all want to get back with the guy after you did all kinds of crazy shit to him, which is like, it's not these guys' fault that nobody wants you and you thought people did. And now when you run out of options, you want to run back to him. You get what I'm saying? That happens. I don't know. It doesn't happen as much as it used to. I'll say that from my vantage point. But that was a thing. But getting back, to the topic in the sense of, if you got to fight, when you're working because you might, how can I say this? A lot of times these mothers, you want all of this parenting time. And what winds up happening is this guy starts having more time to build his life, and you're mad because you wanted all this parenting time with your kid, but now you're gonna act like it stagnated your life, but this is the life you chose. Then, as she was talking about it, how you want to dictate how the dad could be. If dad's stern dad, he's a bad guy. Dad bad fun dad, dad's a bad guy. Either way, because this is how you wanted it. And like she said, a lot of times these people aren't teaching life lessons or principles or you know sometimes morals. I'm not gonna say that's like a across the board things, but I will say this: if you lied to keep your kid, or lied to get your kid, or manipulated your kid, 9 times out of 10, you taught your kid bad morals. 9 times out of 10, because you taught them you lie, cheat, and steal to get your way. And then when they become like that, then you all of a sudden say, "I didn't raise you like this," which is the furthest thing from the truth. Uh, and also, if a guy got to fight for his kids, he don't just have to fight the baby mama. Sometimes you have to fight the mother, the system, and sometimes the kid. And sometimes they get tired of fighting the you can opt out of fighting the mother, but sometimes you got to deal with fighting the system. But when you get tired of fighting with the kid, that's when it all goes left. Because it's like, you know what, y'all have at it. And usually when people give mothers like, you wanted full control, you got full control. Usually they crash and burn, and then blame the father like, oh, it would be different if he was doing this and doing that. It's like, nah, you just a screw up. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Tell me what you think. Catch you on the next one. Peace.